Train 262 Heavy, wind calm, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, previous departure, Heavy 777.
Hello and welcome aboard and welcome to London Heathrow Airport. Doesn't look quite like the Heathrow that I flew out of, but whatever. We are in an Airbus, you can tell from the title, but this is an A330. It looks a lot like it's got a lot of A321 gauges, but it is a Virgin Atlantic A330. Virgin Atlantic has just recently taken delivery of 330s. They used to fly a lot of the 4 safety stuff on them. They used to have that little logo on their aircraft. They used to fly 340s and 747s exclusively on their long-haul flights. They recently signed the deal for the 330s and just recently took their first deliveries. I saw one when I was at Heathrow, or maybe it was two. I don't remember. They were far enough away I couldn't see their reg. So, all right. So let's go ahead and give her a little bit of flap. Flap? No. Okay, there it is. I was like, well, maybe. All right. Cool. All right, that should be enough flap for this takeoff. So the A330 was developed in parallel to the A340. Kind of talked about that during the A340. It was the first Airbus to offer 3 engine choices. And right now, I'm about to ramp up. I don't know what exactly I don't know exactly what Virgin Atlantic ordered, but it is either 2 General Electric CF680. They're E1s with 72,000 pounds of thrust. Could be 2 Pratt Whitney 4000s with 70,000 pounds, or 2 Rolls-Royce Trent 700s with 71,000 pounds of thrust. Let's roll them. Stabilize. Coming up. Go. Oh, those are RRs on there. We got the Trents on board, I think. That. So she shares wing and body structure with the A340. There's 2 general models of the 330. There's the Dash 300 and there's the Dash 200. Dash 300 came out first. You might not think that's right, but it is true. Go. I don't know if I'll be able to land this plane, but whatever. Look at that. Virgin Atlantic. Alright, what are we going at on speed? I can't really see. 190. Okay, we'll keep going here. Alright. The Dash 300 model. First flight was November 1992. The Dash 200 was the shortened derivative, so it was a shorter aircraft. It was developed in 1998. It is more popular, and it was developed really in response to the popularity of the 767-300ER. This is really targeted to high-capacity, medium-range, transcontinental branch or trunk routes. It was considered a replacement for the DC-10, the L-1011, and Airbus's own A300. I'm going to roll the engines back a little bit here. As we blast up through, I don't know how many feet. This aircraft had the same range and payload as a DC-10, with a 25% increase in fuel efficiency. It's a big deal to airlines, especially about the time this came out in the 90s. As fuel costs start increasing, as they start creeping up, it becomes more important for these aircraft to be so fuel efficient. Now, at the end of the A340 production. The A330 is the last of those derivative aircrafts still in production. There is one more derivative of the A330. It's the A330-300F. It is the freighter version. You can always see an A3. You can always tell an A330-300F because it has a nose blister. There's a blister on its front end because the passenger model of this aircraft actually has a down attitude. It should have a down attitude when it's sitting still. That's a problem for freighters. They want a flat cargo floor. In order to accommodate that, Airbus put a blister on the front of the aircraft to allow the landing gear to be lengthened in order to accommodate the desired flat floor in the cargo hold. My goal is to get back to Heathrow. Let's try our numbers. Shift 1. Dash. Excellent. Shift 2. There's our comm stack. 3. GPS. Good. 4. Throttle quadrant. 5. Overhead. 6. Gears and the other importance. 7. Clock. 8. There's an MFD. Oh, geez. 9. There's another MFD. 0. There's nothing. Okay. Good. Is that Heathrow over there? Oh, bugger. No, Heathrow's going to be over here, I think. Maybe not. Okay. I'm now lost flying over London. Well, that's good. We knew this was going to be a bad day, didn't we? Yeah, probably. Okay. There was an airport. I swear there was an airport we took off from. Somewhere. Oh yeah, that is Heathrow over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm putting way more bank than this aircraft should ever have on it, but I don't really care. It's not falling apart, so... There we go. Oh, look at the spoilers. How they properly deploy there. Spoiler-ons. Very nice. That's good. All right, let's get back. Oh, look at that view. Very nice. The A330 does have what amounts to a small lifting body. The way it's designed actually does produce some lift, and that's true also of some of the Boeing aircraft. We're obviously not slow enough. There's a shocker, right? We were right on the edge, though. Alright. So Boeing aircraft also use a lifting body, but you can sort of see how it's got a flare at the base there. That does create sort of the lift to the body of the aircraft. It's probably screaming at me right now. No, it's not. It's surprising. Yeah. This is one of the few aircraft I haven't flown on yet, which is actually interesting because it does do a lot of long-range flights. For some reason, whenever I go to Europe, I'm in a 767 or an A340. I don't know why. Maybe that will change soon, because I really want to fly in as many different aircraft as I can. It is a popular aircraft. U.S. Airways replaced all of their, I was going to say most, but I'm pretty sure all now have been replaced or are in the process of replacing the last of their 767s on their transatlantics with A330s. The 1000th A330 was delivered to Cathay Pacific. The most A330s are operated by China Southern. I think they have 45, give or take. But the A330 didn't exactly make it through life unscathed. There have been a few hull losses, and there have also been issues with the Trent engines. That might sound familiar to you if you remember the Rolls-Royce engines. They're in the A380 caused issues with Qantas when one of the engines blew up, uncontained failure, leaving Singapore. Cathay Pacific and Dragonair actually grounded their A330 fleet because of oil issues in the Trent engine. Does that sound familiar? Oil issues? Also bearing issues was also a problem. That should sound familiar too. Almost like Rolls-Royce has completely forgotten how to properly handle oil and bearings. Oh my gosh, I'm high, aren't I? Yeah, I'm high. Oh well. I can't believe that this approach has come out quite as nice as it has so far. Wow. All right. What's our... Yeah, we're actually not doing bad. Oh yeah, we're a little bit high, but... And... touchdown. Oops. Bounce. There we go. Thrust reversers deployed. Look at that. Nice. That actually looks really awesome. I think it should fly forward like that, personally. Stop. Stop, silly plane. Thank you. Alright. I want to look at it, because it doesn't look like it has the proper front... It doesn't look like it has the proper, like, forward tip. It needs more forward tip to it. But... No, it does. No, it does tip forward. It is tipping forward. Okay, that's not so bad. Alright, come on, let's taxi out of here. I made a landing at Heathrow. Now let's not block traffic for a change. Alright, so here is an A330. I'm pretty much, other than the A350, which has been an issue. I do want to do an A350. Everyone's been asking me, are you going to do an A350? Yes, I will. Problem is, I want one that has a virtual cockpit, and that is actually proving to be an issue right now. I will do one as soon as I find one with a virtual cockpit. And then I think I have done most of the majors of Airbus and Boeing. There are some stuff I'm going to do. Control Shift F1. Where are you, F1? Shut her down. Open the door. There we go. So there we go. Here's a Virgin Atlantic A330. Again, Virgin Atlantic is just taking delivery of their 330s. It is the first twin-engine long-range jets in the Virgin Atlantic fleet. So kind of an important thing. It is a nice-looking aircraft. Yeah, it's got the A320 interior. So what? Flies. It looks nice. It has a virtual cockpit. So there you go. Link down below. And this is the Virgin Atlantic A330. It's been DerTebbers with your Flight Simulator X plane spotlight. Look also for the scenery spotlight, released on the same day. Till next time, bye.